eyeliner, lip gloss, and rouge line that for men that we have out with us. And razors. We also have Black Label razors for the shaving of legs, which I'll be doing right after we get done with this interview.
Well, you gotta be slick and fresh, man. That's all there is to it.
Well, that's what we, a lot of bands can bring music to the stage, but we bring the sex to the stage as well.
And that, sir, is key.
Hey, listen, there's several things, and it comes down to Father Paul Stanley. That obviously, I'm hugely influenced by Sabbath, Zeppelin, obviously guitar players, John McLaughlin, Frank Marino, St. Rhodes, King Edward. But also, one thing you have to remember, the important words that Father Paul said. Not only is it, you got to put the X in sex. Always remember to keep it Catholic, because God gave rock and roll to us.
That is the gospel of Paul.
Yes, exactly.
That is, he is his own prophet, if you will.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. And I believe, sir, you might be a bit of a prophet yourself.
Well, because I follow the teachings of Father Paul.
Well, you gotta keep yourself rounded and be ready for certain situations.
Exactly. Somebody asked me a couple days ago, because I'm Catholic, right? They go, so Zakk, you're a soldier of Christ. Who exactly is it you're fighting? I go, Muhammad Ali, Smoking Joe Frazier. Let's not forget Chuck Webber. He went 30 rounds with Muhammad Ali.
True. You got to throw Foreman in there as well.
Without a doubt.
That is it. Zakk, it is always a pleasure to have you, man. And you know what? Actually, you just fired it up with the Star Spangled Banner, man.
No, it's always an honor. My dad being a World War II vet, D-Day, Omaha Beach, and everything like that. So it's you have to always support the military. That's just mind-boggling to me how somebody wouldn't. But because that's the protectors of the country and the world. So, against the bad guys.
They don't get the pay, they don't get the fame, they don't get the glam.
No, they beat up the bullies. Yep. If they on the schoolyard, you got the bully, and then in comes the military.
Absolutely.
So, without a doubt.
That's the key, man. And now, brother, you have literally been nonstop for your entire life, man.
Oh, yeah, it's because I'm married, and because people ask me, they say, Zakk, when did you become Catholic? I go, the day I met my future wife, Barbara Ann, back in school, back in 6th grade, actually. Yeah. And now that we have 4 kids, I won't be stopping anytime soon.
You're definitely locked in for a while.
Yes.
That is it.
and I always tell kids, if they want to get into the music industry, you got to love the music you're playing and love the industry you play. Because the whole thing is, the fact that I'm able to sit down right now in front of you with my gaping anus is unbelievable. And, my middle name now is Zakk Snake River Canyon Wild. And you saw how successful Evil was when he tried to jump over it.
Yeah.
It's a long jump.
It is.
And it's quite cavernous.
Just keep jumping, man. That is the key. As long as you continue the jump, man, I think you're going to keep doing
I tell them to invest in all these great records from people you can learn from your favorite bands. Invest in that, and also invest in a lifetime of Tux if you're going to get into the music business, because you're going to need it.
Now, obviously, man, you had a bit of a health scare not too long ago. Has your life changed significantly since that, or?
Well, not really. Obviously, I can't drink anymore because I'm on blood thinners, but I've shifted over to glue. Oh. And the results are pretty much the same. I wake up in the morning with my pants around my ankle. I have no recollection of what pretty much happened.
And your wife is sitting there smiling?
No, she's not even there. She's out shopping. But the whole thing is, but I have my Tux with me. And that kind of repairs, man. I also have been invested in duct tape as well. So I just glue myself back together and they stick me back out on stage.
That was going to be my next question, where the duct tape came in.
Yes, you just glue me back together and off we go.
Send it on. Zakk, once again, man.
It's like North Dallas 40 around here all the time.
I don't even know if I should even attempt to try to touch that one.
Do you want to put these colors on? Actually, Zakk, I don't want it.
I'm going to go ahead and jump around that one. Zakk, my wife, you came through, it was a few years ago, you did an autograph signing at one of our local bars, and you brought in a bunch of Doom Crew stuff. And to this day, man, you are very cool. Just don't want to go to your head, man.
Just keeping it Catholic and keeping it Paul Stanley.
That's the gospel of Paul. But it was so neat because when you came in, man, you're one of those guys that, let's face it, dude, you're a celebrity.
I try to tell the wife and the kids that they're not buying it though.
They never do they?
I ask for a footsie rub every now and then, a shoulder rub. I just get, we can bring the garbage out and clean the dog run, jackass. usually get that.
How do you keep so grounded, man?
And then,
Or is it the family?
it's easy. If you're in this band, and between my wife and the kids, it's just like they don't call me Dad. They'll call me like Uncle Frank, Uncle Andy. When I come home and they're like, "Did you bring us anything?" I get that usually.
What is the coolest thing you've ever brought the kids back from a tour? Because you've been everywhere.
Well, no, I'm saying, being blessed with having the boss in my life, having Oz. We just, between us having the kids, we've been able to bring our kids around the world to places, where other kids can just read about it in a book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's definitely a plus. And obviously, without a doubt. I mean, but at the end of the day, you just keep working hard. You keep doing what you got to do. It doesn't matter. I still approach it like us having a paper route, mowing lawns, and, because I always tell kids, I go, if you want your band to be your life, and that's what you want it to be, your job, then treat it like a job. Because if it was we owned a hot dog stand, we'd try and get as many customers as possible. Just like if we had our paper route, because we want to save up, go door to door and get as many houses, because this way we can save up for a Marshall, that drum kit, and the bass rig. So we can, and then eventually we'll save up for the van, the U-Haul, and then we'll live the dream and be in a band. I mean, put it this way, Ozzy's like the coolest guy on the planet. So, I would just say, lions hang out with lions and hyenas are hyenas. I mean, lions aren't made. They're just, a great white shark knows what it is the day it comes out of the womb. So, I mean, same thing with a lion. It isn't told what it has to do. It already knows. You have a work ethic or you don't. Right. So you can't pound that into somebody. Right. I mean, even when I had, given guitar lessons, you knew who the kids were that practiced and wanted it. And, the guys that were just like, I really don't care. Right. So you got to have passion for everything you do. I remember going to football camp, and, Jack Lambert's there, and it's just like, he goes, not just football, he just goes, you got to have passion for anything you do in life. Whether it's, we want to have a hot dog stand. We want to have the best hot dog stand on the block, right? I mean, what's the point in showing up to come in second place? What's the point?
Takes a lot of the fun out of the victory lane.
No, Eddie Van Halen, when he picked up a guitar, he was like, wait till you see what I can do with this thing. You know what I mean? And he practiced his ass off. Not 24/7, 25/8, and then next thing you know, you hear Eruption in Spanish Fly, and you go, we have a winner.
That's it.
Yeah, you play to win, man. That's like Herman Edwards said, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, I recently saw a picture of you, and the caption on it was, you always wanted to be a professional football player.
Yeah, when I was a kid, yeah.
At what point did you realize, I could do this and get the crap beat out of me, or I could...
Probably, obviously playing Pop Warner football and loving Randy White and loving Jack Lambert and everything like that. So, but no, I had it in my mind because Randy White went to Maryland University, so I wanted to go there, and then or Ohio State, because that's linebacker U, or Penn State. Okay. But I'm just saying because it's linebacker U. You know what I mean? I didn't, certain great running backs come out of USC. So I'm just saying, as a kid, if you're a running back, you probably dream of going to USC because all the amazing running backs come out of there. I'm just saying certain universities are known for certain positions, but Penn State or USC, or Ohio State or like Maryland, because Randy White went there, and I was a huge Manska fan. So, but no, when I couldn't put on the weight when we first started high school, I went over to the coach's house, and there was a guitar Les Paul sitting there, and he was like, my mother was like, hey, Mr. White, do you play guitar? He goes, I noodle around on some country songs. He goes, well, my son Leroy's the one who plays. Leroy was like 10 years older than me, so it was like, I was probably 14 then, right when we started high school. And then it was just like mind-blowing seeing him play. I mean, to hear it is one thing, but to physically see it, you see a guy's hands doing it, And I just looked at that fretboard and I go, it's just the endless world of possibilities.
That's your challenge.
And it just looked so cool. I was just like, this is what I want to do with my life. Like right there and now. So, 12 hours a day, and I studied with Leroy. So, but yeah, it was just, it was amazing. He teach me everything from, Sabbath, the Zeppelin, AC/DC, all your favorite bands. But then he teach me all my scales and all the things you need to know to speak the language. You know what I mean? So, but no, it was just awesome times. And, whenever I listen to Randy Rhoads and everything like that, it's just like those albums are so monumental to me just because all the amazing memories I have connected with Diary and Blizzard, like listening to them as a kid because I was just learning them.
Right.
So, without a doubt.
Awesome. Brother Zakk, thank you so much for coming out, man.
All right, my brothers. Well, it's great seeing you. I got to go shave my legs.
we want you slick. You're on the Monster Energy stage at 3:50, and then you're going to be hitting the autograph booth at 2 o'clock. So
yeah, 2 to 2:30. So it's going to
fast.
hang, and then, like I said, we got to shave our legs. Otherwise, we'd be there forever. You know what I mean? And hanging out with the rest of our Black Label family from the Kansas City chapter. But,
we got the as my wife likes to call us the berserkers are going to be in full force today.
So. Very good, my brother. All right, well, listen, I'll see you guys in a bit. It's always great seeing you.
Absolutely, Zakk. Thank you very much.
Listen, we're going to have to shave those legs over there, brother.
He's
completely unacceptable.
Westward is
unacceptable.
Out of control. Brother Zakk live.
All right, guys, and remember, Father Paul told you all, God gave rock and roll to you.
Amen.
Let's keep it Catholic.
I
See you guys in a bit.
say